What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is a pretty exciting video because I should be able to get the 450L pretty much done with. We've only got a few more things to do. In the last video I was pretty much done with it, but just had a few little hiccups and wasn't able to completely complete everything because I flew out to Vegas, which was the season finale of the Supercross series, and now we move on to outdoors. But for this thing, we are very, very close to completing it. As you can see, most of the parts are already on it. Last video, we did the suspension and the wheels and just kind of buttoned everything up. Now I have finally got my seat done. Mikey took care of that for me, so seat turned out awesome. I gotta put the rest of the brake parts on as well as connect the lines, and then I have a brake bleeding kit so I can put fluid into the brake system and bleed it and all that fun stuff. I think it's really close to being done. And also, the last thing that I'm gonna not be able to do today is this rear fender setup. So I don't know if you guys have seen it on like Instagram or anything like that, but a lot of guys are actually cutting the subframe just past where the seat bolts are, and then they rewire this tail light slash running light to be brake light, and then it works with the 450X rear fender. So the 450X rear fender isn't as bulky as this one. So this one, you can see the taillight and blinker system is pretty big. The 450X setup is, it almost has like a little rise in it, and then it has the brake light kind of integrated into the fender. And it looks a lot cleaner. And then also you can run these little pods on the side for the blinkers. So kind of gets rid of most of this bulk, and that's what I'm gonna be doing to this thing, as well as installing a pulse air block off kit that is gonna help with running this stock ECU with that 450X exhaust system. So pretty excited about that. I don't know how to do that kind of stuff, so I'm gonna be dropping this thing off at the end of the week to get that taken care of. But yeah, I'm gonna get cracking on this thing and see how much we can knock out. I should be able to get it like 99% complete today. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna finish up installing the front brake system. The other day I ran the line, connected it up to the lever, and yeah, now I'm gonna finish up by installing the caliper. I'm gonna put these guides on, and then the only thing that I'm missing is this pinch guide thing. I don't know where I put it, and I have one coming on the way tomorrow, so that'll be the last thing I gotta do for the front brake system. Let's put this thing on, and then I'm gonna bleed it in a little bit. This Moto stuff came out really awesome. They did this anodized red banjo bolt as well as the little bleeder cap is red too, so it kind of ties in with the red plastics obviously, and this thing's gonna look pretty sweet, so put it on. Okay, so that's all finished up. Got the banjo bolt on there. I ran this up to here. I just threw some zip ties on there just in case I decide to roll it around, and I don't want the cable getting caught in the wheel. I will not ride it like that. That is definitely risky if I were to take it out on the road or the track like that, so definitely not gonna ride like that. And like I said, I have that coming tomorrow, so I'll throw that on. Then the front guide here, and then this cable, like typically on a dirt bike it runs in front of the number plate, but this goes behind. Got another guide up here, and then yeah, she's all hooked up. So I'm gonna get started on the rear brake now. Coolest part of the rear brake system for me, obviously it's black, but where is it? Oh, this, it's so sweet. Found a little tie bolt in my parts bin, so won't focus, but there you go. Found this tie bolt pivot. It's gonna save some weight right there. Okay, now the pedal's all installed and master cylinder, so now we just gotta run the line and connect it to the rear caliper. Again, Moto stuff gave me some pretty cool hardware for this thing, so thank you, appreciate that. The last bit of the brake system, and then we're gonna bleed it. All right, so the brakes are all bled. The front was kind of a pain. I don't know why, but it took forever to bleed, and maybe I was just doing it wrong, but I got it all done. As you can see, I got the forks the front wheel taken off because I needed the fork guards. If you've been following the channel for a while, you kind of know that I'm the king of getting ahead of myself, and we put the front wheel on and put the fork guards on and didn't put the graphics on the fork guards. So in order to get the fork guards off, you have to take the front wheel off to get to some of the bolts. So I went ahead and did that. So far what we've done today, it hasn't really showed, like, yeah, the brakes are on, but there hasn't been that like exciting, like cool factor to it because, I mean, the bike kind of still looks the same. So I just unpackaged the rest of the graphics. I'm gonna go ahead and put these swing arm graphics on. I got these Fender arch stickers. The back fender, like I said, I'm not gonna run the X fender. I'm gonna mock it up though, so you can kind of see what it looks like with the Fender graphic on. And then these VP tank stickers. And then over here, I just cleaned the rest of the plastic so we can put these little airbox covers on. The number plates, don't ask me how I got black number plates because I'm kind of embarrassed by it. But then I got the fork guards, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on and we'll see what it looks like after that. So some of you may not know this, but before I was a professional dirt bike racer, I worked at a graphics company and printed graphics, and then you could also order plastics and graphics, and then I would have to put them on. So I got pretty good at it back in the day. Nowadays I don't really have to put my own graphics on, but I still enjoy doing it. Yeah, I'll start with the fork guards so then I can throw the front wheel back on. So what I like to do is always kind of eye it out, obviously with the backing still on it, and kind of find some spots that are gonna be either tricky or that are gonna kind of line up and make the rest of the graphic line up. And then I always like to just kind of peel off a little bit of it and then rip it, and then I peel off a little bit more and fold it, because then I can use that part that's sticky to line it up and then kind of have a mark to go off of. So fork guards are usually pretty simple. All you really got to do is make sure that this guide lines up, but other than that, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It gets really tricky. Like I remember back in the day, like I think it was Suzuki or Yamaha, where the number plates are such a pain to line up. So that kind of technique, I guess you could call it, really helps in that type of situation. Okay, so both fork guards are done. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these back on so I can put the front wheel back on. That way we're not taking steps backwards to take steps forwards. These are all good, they came out great. Throttle Jockey does a good job of making sure that their graphics fit perfect. Okay, next up, I'm gonna do these airbox covers. Okay, these are done. Now just onto the number plates, and that's pretty much it other than the swing arm and a few other little pieces. Okay guys, so I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is I got most of the graphics on. As you can see, it turned out awesome with the seat cover on and the airbox cover, and I just kind of laid this on top of the subframe, but you can kind of get a feel for how it's going to look with everything on. It looks absolutely amazing. I love the way the swing arm graphic looks, and just everything ties together. That seat cover is just like amazing. So really hyped on that. Unfortunately though, I haven't had time to put on the grip and put the clutch on and the kickstand and just the other little tiny miscellaneous stuff, because I gotta get to bed because tomorrow I'm going riding. But as you can see, there are no number plates on the bike. And as I said, I was kind of embarrassed by the way I got those number plates to be black, and you probably guessed it. And I'm probably gonna get roasted in the comments for this, but I tried. And as you can see, they were spray painted, and the plastic spray paint just didn't bond good enough with the plastic, and everywhere that the graphics stuck, it just peeled up right away. Like I stuck it down and this happened. Spray paint on the back of the number plate. Luckily the guys over at Throttle Jockey, I just messaged them and they said that they're gonna overnight me a new set, and I'm gonna have to kind of figure out what to do for number plates on this thing, because the only thing that was white on the bike is the number plate. So I really wanted to make them black. I really would have liked to make them red, but the chances of color matching the red would have been a little harder than actually just getting black spray paint and doing that. So I think there might be some companies making plastic for them now. I've been trying to get Cycra, who I work with, to get on it and start making some. So I'm gonna hit them up again and see if I can get some black ones, or better yet, it'd be awesome if I get some red ones. So I'm gonna try and troubleshoot that over the weekend or throughout the rest of the week, and take this thing over to get the Pulsar thing deleted and get that rear fender installed, and then I'll give you guys a video update. If you want links or info on how to get the taillight kit, I could include that in the description on the next video or whatever. But thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you aren't yet. Like this video. You guys have no idea what that does for me. It just boosts the videos to get other viewers and helps me out, helps make my sponsors happy. Everybody that's been involved in this process of building this thing is really stoked and happy with the feedback that they've gotten. So thank you guys. I will have more info on kind of doing a meet and greet with this thing, so keep an eye out for it because it's gonna be really cool and I'm really excited if you guys can make it out. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you later.
Aside from my soul.